on YouTube. You want to go to Platinum Key Realty's YouTube page, and there you'll be able to see the slides that I'm presenting today. If you are watching me on Facebook, let me just mute this. If you're watching me on Facebook, you'll see me live here. Um, you're just listening, right? You're just listening to what we're saying tonight. So, in today's event, as I said, we're talking about from denied to approve. If you ever got denied for a mortgage, you were in the process of purchasing a home and you got denied for whatever reason, whatever reason, tonight's live is for you. Tonight's live is for you. So we are going to get started. Let me just go ahead and do a few housekeeping things here tonight. And let me see how I'm going to work my screen. I'm going to work my screen so I can present tonight. So I want to thank everyone for joining the live event tonight. It shows me that you are interested in growing, in moving from where you are to where you are supposed to be. So that makes me very excited. And I'm very happy to bring to you these live events every single month where we teach on a topic that has to do with home ownership, that has to do with launching your business, growing and scaling your business like a pro, and also investing in real estate. So let me just welcome everyone watching tonight. Let me welcome you to tonight's session. And as I said, we're doing one or two housekeeping things. So let me take care of those things as we are about to get into tonight's presentation. As we are about to get into tonight's presentation. So let me go ahead and try to set up something here tonight and see how we can make this work. Okay. All right. Welcome everyone on Facebook. Welcome to tonight's event. You are welcome. Thank you so much for being here with us. Let me go ahead and try to see if I can get a better camera here. All right. I think it's a little better, but it's a little low. All right. So let me keep on working on it. Let me keep on working on it to see if I can get it a little better. All right. So, let's see here. Let's get to fix one or two of these things. So we can rock and roll, rock and roll. All right. So I think we're gonna rock it with our FaceTime, our Apple. Let's rock it with that for tonight. And then next time we'll do our best to try to set up. So welcome everybody. Let me go ahead and see if I can share what's going on Facebook here. Tonight's live, we're talking about home ownership. We are talking about home ownership. If you ever been denied for a mortgage and you really want to buy a house, this is your home ownership comeback. I am your host tonight. Agent Nikki is in the house. I'm streaming live on our Platinum Key Realty page. I'm going to copy this link and see if I can post it on some other places on Facebook. But if you're watching us on Facebook, you won't be able to see the slides tonight because we're streaming on YouTube. All right. So this is This is our live. Let me go ahead and post. And then let me look at my YouTube channel. We're streaming tonight on the Platinum Key Realty YouTube page, YouTube channel. We are on YouTube. All right, let me see what's going on YouTube. I see my nice self there. Hi, Miss Nikki. How you doing? I see myself on YouTube there. So let's go ahead and just put it in the status. And let's go ahead and share our YouTube. Share our YouTube link. All right. So I think we can get going. Tonight, we are talking about home ownership from denied to approved. So if anyone watching me tonight and everyone here on Zoom with me, if you ever been denied for a mortgage, you really want to buy a home, but for whatever reason, you keep getting denied, tonight's training is for you. I am so happy that you're here with me tonight. You will not be disappointed because I have some nuggets to share. I have some things to talk about that's going to move you from where you are right now to where you are supposed to be. So I'm setting up my slideshow as I get ready to present tonight. I want to thank you again for tuning in. If you're watching me on Facebook, hey, how you doing? If you're watching me on YouTube, hi, how are you doing? I want you to go ahead and share this live with your friends. Anybody you know is interested to buy a home. You said, girl, you got to stop renting. Sir, you got to stop renting. This is not for you. Stop it. All right? Stop throwing your money away. Stop making somebody rich. Stop living somebody's dream and begin to live your own. And begin to live your own dream. All right? So go ahead and share this live. As you share the live, please like and subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and like and follow me on social media. I am your host, Nikki Balogun. And tonight we're talking about home ownership. I'm very passionate about this topic. And I know this is going to help somebody. This is going to help someone. So let's get into it tonight. So tonight we're going to open up with our clarity section. So if you follow me on social, you know I have a Facebook group called Mindset Equals Money. And I believe that however you think in your heart, that is exactly who you're going to be. However you think in your mind, that's exactly what you're going to have. So when we're doing this game of creating wealth, generational wealth, when we're talking about buying a home when no one in your family ever did it, or when you keep getting knocked down and you're getting frustrated, you got to deal with what's going on in your mind. What is your mind telling you about the situation? Listen, you got to know the truth. Because when you know the truth will truly set you free. So after we deal with what's happening in your mind, we're going to talk about the problem. We're going to talk about the challenges and the frustrations. Then we're going to talk about the 4 pillars for approval. What is it going to take for you to finally get that approval, that mortgage approval? The 4 pillars are credit, income, documents, and of course, you need the money. Show me the money, honey. You're definitely going to need some down payment assistance if you don't already have those type of money saved up. And then if you stay all the way to the end, I have a treat for you. Listen, when I was buying my first home, I wish somebody had a treat like this for me. So I want you to stay all the way to the end. It's not going to be a boring presentation, and you are going to actually learn something in my free live. You are going to learn something. I promise you. So let's get into our first slide. We're going to deal with the mind. Okay, so let's get into it. Mindset equals money, the power of belief. Now, the scripture that I have for you today is Proverbs 21:5. It emphasizes diligence and planning for prosperity, right? It talks about being diligent and it talks about planning for prosperity. Let me pull up my Bible app real quick because I like to read the Word of God. The Word of God is my handy dandy guide, and it actually helps me to live a prosperous life. So let me turn to the Word and I want to read it. This is the King James Version. Let's hear what it says. The thoughts of the diligent tend only to plenteousness, but of everyone that is hasty, only to want. So you see, that's some special language. So let's go to New Living Translation and let's see what it says, right? It says good planning and hard work lead to prosperity, but hasty shortcuts lead to poverty. Hmm. Good planning. I like that. Good planning and hard work. So as we go through the slides today, you heard it up front that it's going to take some planning and it's going to take some work. But believe you me, if you have the right coach, it's going to be easier than you think. All right? Today we're talking about our mindset as we get ready to get into our home ownership slides and the 4 pillars that you need if you're going to buy a home successfully. We want to deal with any mental blockages, any fear of being successful. Do you know people are literally afraid of being successful? Because success begins in your mind. So if you can't see yourself as successful, how is it ever going to happen? Every time you get a opportunity, you're always going to think something is wrong. You're always going to pick at it. You're always going to find a way how to self-sabotage. Because in your mind, in your subconsciousness, you don't believe that you deserve to be successful. Now, I believe combining faith with strategy leads to good results. I have been doing this for way over 20 years, not only purchasing real estate for myself, but helping people just like you buy homes and sell homes and rent homes and all these type of things to do with homes. And I have seen people that have exercised their faith with good strategy, and it leads to good results. So I want us to focus on our mindset tonight. I want us to deal with that mindset. Anything in your mind that is telling you I can't, that is telling you I'm going to fail, we deal with it tonight and we command that thing to go in Jesus' mighty, mighty name. Amen. So as we get into our next slide now, we're going to talk about some of the common barriers. What are some of the things that causes you to be denied? All right. So it says applicants has faced rejection and want to avoid repeating these mistakes. Here are some mistakes. Credit score challenges. You looked at Credit Karma You looked at Experian, you looked at some of those platforms, and it told you one thing, but when you went to the lender, you still got denied. And now you're confused. How about your income? You know you make the money, but you didn't show it well. It's not on your tax return. The money's not in your bank account. And they denied you because you can't prove your income. How about you did not have enough money? You were not sure what it really took to get qualified in terms of your down payment, in terms of the money you need for your home inspection, the money you need for your appraisal. You didn't take those things into account. You didn't understand closing costs. You didn't know those things. So when you got into it, you didn't have enough money and you didn't know where to go and where to look. So you were denied. If any of these things represent you tonight, I want you to have no fear because we are going to show you the way forward, how to put everything together this time so that when you step up to purchase that home, you will get approved. You will get approved. So we're going to get into the 4 pillars tonight, the 4 pillars tonight. And the 4 pillars of approval are: number 1, your credit. Your credit. So if you're seeing my screen, you want to go ahead and screenshot this. It says, correct errors on credit reports, right? It improves credit scores and optimizes your financial portfolio. So here's the first tip. I want you to get onto Experian. Go ahead and if you have an Experian account, log in. If you don't have one, create one. And you can start with your Experian report. Make sure you don't sign up for anything paid. This is a free account. Once you get into that account, you're going to see what Experian has on your report. I want you to go ahead and make sure your name is correct. There is not several variations of your name. Your address is correct. Make sure all the things on your credit are exactly what it is supposed to be. And if they're not, you can easily start disputing something right there on that Experian platform. And then you can repeat it for Equifax and you can repeat it for TransUnion. So that's a little handy dandy tip that you can do by yourself. All right. The next pillar is our income structuring. Income structuring. You have to make sure that your income is documented properly. Your income is documented properly. The next pillar is document review and preparation. You got to make sure that your pay stubs, you have your pay stubs, you have your W-2s, your 1099s, your 2-year tax returns. I have a list of things in this presentation for you to know what kind of documents are required if you're going to buy a home. And then we're going to talk about some down payment research, how to find down payment assistance. All right, so we're getting into some more nuggets. We're going back to the credit coaching. Now, this is a tip I have for you. You can screenshot this slide so you can see it after this presentation. But one thing I want you to know, there's something on your credit report called your ratio, how much you owe versus how much is the limit on your credit card. Okay? So the rule of 10% for credit card balances. You want to make sure that you're keeping your credit card balances 10% or below of the limit that's available. That doesn't mean you can't use the card, but you should know when that card is going to be reported to your credit bureau, and you should be able to pay that card off or down before it hits your credit score. your credit report. So this is the example. You have a credit card for $1,000. You don't want more than $100 to be shown on your credit report. You want to make sure that the balance reported is low because this counts for 30% of your score. So one quick way to boost your score, just pay down that credit card, pay it down. You owe $1,000, pay it all the way down, if possible, all the way down to $100. All right? If you can pay it off, pay it off. So that will give you a nice boost for those who have maxed out their credit card, but you know you have the money to pay, but you just don't understand how credit works. So if you paid on time, you just pay on time, but you're not reducing the balance of the card. Go ahead and reduce the balance, and you should see a nice improvement in your score. Now I want to talk to you about organizing your money. Okay? Making your income lender friendly. So this is the tip I have for you. If you're a gig worker, a 1099 worker, or someone that gets money outside of a W-2 job, it's a great idea to have an LLC, a limited liability corporation. It's a great idea to have one. You can speak to your attorney and your accountant to get more professional advice on it. But this is a great way for you to have all your income coming into one place where you can separate your business income from your personal income. Okay? Business expenses separate from personal expenses. Now, whatever you do, whether you form the LLC or you just have an account where you're putting that money that you're making as that gig worker, you want to make sure that you're doing that for at least 90 days. So say you do Uber or Lyft, say you have a gig job like that, make all that money go into one account. If you have an LLC, it's better. It can go to the LLC business accounts. Okay? And if you're watching and you don't have your LLC set up and you need help, go ahead and just comment help in the comments there. And one of us will get to you with some resources on creating an LLC. Then you want to make sure that your paper trail is clear. You don't want to have some large random deposits, something that you can't account for. Just hit this account that you're going to use to qualify for your home. You want to make sure that you have a clean paper trail. Okay? All right. On this slide, it talks about our business registration bundle. So you can also screenshot here. The website is there, bizsetup.platinumkeydigital.com. Biz, B-I-Z, setup.platinumkeydigital.com. So you can go to that website and you'll be able to find out more about structuring your LLC like a pro, how to do it. And this applies to all 50 states in the US. So you can go to that website and you will be able to set up your LLC. Now, we're going to talk about the checklist. Remember, I said I'm going to give you a checklist of the things you are going to need if you want to buy a house. What are the documents? So it says your government ID and your social security card. Okay? Your tax returns from at least 2 years. Go ahead and screenshot this if you need it. If you have W-2s, 1099 for the past 2 years, bank statement for the last 3 months, recent pay stubs or income, proof of income, proof of any additional income, right? Evidence of credit improvement. So if you have been working on your credit and you have proof that something was deleted, you made some kind of arrangement, you want to have those letters together. Okay? Any assets you have, you want the statements, 401ks, IRAs, you have a trust, something that you have assets, you want to make sure you have the statements for those. And then if you are already under contract for your new home, you want to provide that contract. So this is a checklist of the documents that are going to be required if you are looking to purchase a home. All right. Now, here is a pro tip. Guys, making sure you label your files. Label your files correctly is crucial. It just makes things a little bit faster. So the suggestion here is you'll put the date. So if it's 2024, say you're doing your tax return, you're going to go 2024, then you're going to do an underscore, then you go tax return. So the file name easily tells you what document it is and for what year it is. Okay, so make sure that you are labeling your files correctly. Then before I get into the Hometown Heroes program, make sure, guys, that whatever you are sending, try to have them in a PDF. If you're doing a screenshot, get one of those programs so that you'll put these screenshots in a nice PDF. Try to present your documents very organized and put together. Make sure they're legible and well presented, because remember, it's a person that's looking at your documents, and you always want to put your best foot forward. So for everybody, I wish I had my little applause button. I think it came too late, but Florida has a Hometown Heroes program. All right, the Florida Hometown Hero program offers up to $35,000 for down payment and closing costs for eligible first-time buyers in certain professions, okay? The assistance comes with zero interest and no monthly payments and is prepaid only when you sell, refinance, or move out. So the Hometown Heroes program is a great program if you are, I believe, like a nurse, a firefighter, a policeman, stuff like that. All right. We have the full list for you. So if you're interested in the Hometown Heroes program, go ahead and say help in the comments, and one of us will be able to help you with more information about this program. All right. Here are some other down payment resources. You have the National Home Buyers Fund. Okay. Down payment resource. You can go to downpaymentresource.com, and you have the Chinoa Fund. So you can screenshot these things and you will be able to Google them, or as I say help in the comments, and one of us will reach out to you. Now, listen, guys, if you are going to buy a home and you're very serious, believe you me, in most cases, you can get ready in 90 days or less. 90 days or less. Okay? In the first 30 days, you want to focus on your credit, and you want to make sure that you're saving and you're cutting expenses. Then from 31 days to 60 days, you want to make sure that all your income documentation and your structuring of those things are done, and done very well. Then from 61 to 90 days, that's when you're now going to go for your lender approval. So what I don't want you to do, if you did not work on your credit, if you didn't take any of the things I said today, don't go apply in the first 30 days, because you're not going to get approved. All right? If you did not work on structuring your income documentation, if you know you have a side hustle and you have your money all over the place, it's not going in one account where it can be seen, it can be quantified. If you know you're not doing that, take the time to structure that for at least 90 days. Take the time to get it right so that you don't go and apply and get denied. It will not help your morale. It will not help your mindset. And you will get frustrated. Okay? So I want you to make sure that these things that we spoke about today, you are taking care of them before you even start considering applying. Now, as I get into the next slide, I am super excited. Let me sit up. Let me sit up. I am so excited because I'm telling you, I am so passionate about home ownership. I am passionate about home ownership. I had the pleasure of owning my first home when I was 20 years old, and it was a game changer. Game changer. When I sold that baby, I was able to use the money I made from the equity to purchase more properties, to do more things. So if you're watching me today, I have this amazing offer for you, and I want your permission to tell you about it. Let me hear you say yes. Come on. I want your permission to tell you about this amazing, amazing offer. So we came up with this offer for every person that wants to buy a home. If you ever got denied for a mortgage, if you know your credit is not right, if you know you need help with your credit, if you know your income is not structured correctly, and you know what I spoke about today is tugging at your heart, if you know you need some help looking at your documents, right? And if you know you need more help finding the right down payment assistance program, I'm telling you, this is for you. We have a Dominion Wealth Bundle. That's what I'm calling it. A Dominion Wealth Bundle, because I want you to take dominion over home ownership. Over home ownership. For the very first time anywhere, we're offering this incredible bundle that includes our home ownership ebook. So I just finished writing an ebook that has the pillars that we spoke about in detail, right? It has the 90-day step-by-step game plan in that ebook. And then my credit blueprint. To me, this is priceless, where you will have the opportunity to constantly review how you are going to work on your personal credit to get you mortgage ready. It includes credit coaching. So guess what, guys? I'm not just going to give you the ebooks and say, go figure it out. I'm going to coach you. I have a wonderful coaching program for any person looking to buy a home. I guarantee you, if you come to this coaching sessions and you do what I say, exactly what I say, you will be able to buy your home. Okay? It includes the income structuring, the document review preparation, and of course, I'm going to help you find the money, the down payment assistance. You see the pricing there, the ebook. If you currently go to my other sites, you'll see my personal credit ebook for $49.97. This ebook cost way more than that, but it has been discounted to $49.97. Then our home ownership book, it's been discounted to $39.97. Now, remember, I'm not just going to give you the ebooks and tell you, go figure it out. I'm going to do the coaching. So the coaching, there's a 5-day coaching session, morning and evening sessions on Zoom. So you don't have to go anywhere. The sessions will be recorded. You'll have access to them for 30 days. That session is valued at $1,284, right? 5 days, 5 days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 days worth of coaching where we're going to get into it from credit. We're going to deal with the credit together. We're going to deal with the structuring of the income, the structuring if you want an LLC, how to do it correctly. We're going to do all those types of things in that coaching session. We're going to talk about structuring your income. We're going to talk about your documents, what they're supposed to look like. And we're going to find the down payment assistance. So along with the ebook, that's the credit blueprint and the home ownership ebook, you're going to get the coaching, the income structuring, the document review, the down payment assistant help, all in a 5-day coaching program. It's going to be 5 days. 5 days. Let's see. It kicks off on September 19th. So it is in a masterclass session and it's for 5 days. And we are going to cover all these things that we spoke about today in detail. So you can get ready. You can get ready to buy your first home. So we're going to have a morning session and we're going to have an evening session for 5 whole days. If you're ready, let me know. If you're ready, give me some fire. Give me some fire in the comments. If you are ready. Facebook, are you ready? If you're ready, give me some fire in the comments because all of this is only for $79.97. It's under $80 for all of this. So you're going to get, for $80, you're not only going to get the credit ebook, you're going to get the home ownership ebook, you are going to get the coaching, the 5-day coaching series where it covers credit, income structuring, document prep, and down payment assistance. Where do you find the money to buy your first home if you have no money? So where do you go to get this bundle? You go to dominionbundle.nikkibalogun.com. dominionbundle.nikkibalogun.com. Let me go ahead and try to type that on Facebook for you guys so you can see it. Let me see if I know how to do this, if I know how to work this. All right. Let me see if I know how to do this now. Let me see. It's telling me all sort of nice, wonderful things. But I'm going to write it for you. If you're watching me live on Facebook, it's dominionbundle.nikkibalogun.com. I'm going to go ahead and type it for you. Let me go ahead and see. Let me see here if I can get this done on my other handy dandy phone. On my handy dandy phone. Let's see that if I can get this thing done. All right, there we go.
Type it for you.
Let me go. All right, so let's turn that down and let me do this for you guys. So those of you that are watching, you can go to the website and you can learn more about what I'm saying. You'll be able to see it there in live, full color. You'll be able to see it there live and direct. dominionbundle.nikkibalogun.com. And I'm telling you, it is an amazing offer. Look at everything that you're going to get. You're going to get the ebooks. Those ebooks are powerful, especially the credit ebook. The credit ebook is phenomenal. All right. It's a guide that you can use to start working on your personal credit by yourself. And then I have the homeownership ebook. The homeownership ebook, it has the 4 pillars that we spoke about today: credit, your income, document prep, and down payment assistance. Then, in addition to that, it does have the 90-day game plan for you to move from denied to approved. It has that as well. Then in the ebook, it also has links to the places you need to visit for down payment assistance. It's all in the ebook. Then in addition to these powerful ebooks, you're going to have a 5-day coaching session with me where we are going to deal with the credit challenges that you have. We're going to talk about structuring your income so you can get approved. Believe you me, I've been doing this for a long time, and I know how to get it done and get it done right the first time. I'll be able to help you to walk you through how to put together your income so you can qualify for the home that you want to buy. Then I'll look at your documents. If you have your documents ready, I'll be able to look at those documents with you. And if there's something that needs adjusting, I will tell you, this is not going to work, sweetheart. This is not going to work, sir. You got to fix this up so you can be approved. And then the fun part is when we start finding the money. If you don't have money to buy a home, I don't want you to be worried. I don't want you to be scared, because you can find the money to buy your home. Down payment assistance is available. Now, all of this is valued at $2,665. And today in this live, you can get everything for $79.97. Where are you going to go to get that? A full coaching program plus the guides and how to move from being denied to approved so you can buy your home by the end of the year. By January, can you see yourself in your new home? I am telling you, I wish I had this when I was buying my first home. It would have made it so much easier. I must have been to 5 lenders before I was approved, because guess what? I had no clue as to what I was doing. No clue what a lender needs to see to get approved. I was only 20 years old trying to figure this out in New York City. I wish I had this Dominion Wealth Bundle. It would have made it so much easier for me. So go ahead, go to dominionbundle.nikkibalogun.com and go ahead and check out what is on that website. Learn a little bit more about what is included, and tell me if it's not an amazing offer. For under $80, you can get the training, you can get the help you need to buy your first home by the end of the year. By the end of the year. That is amazing. And just remember that the master class that you're going to have is for 5 days. It kicks off on September 19th, 2025. It's going to have a morning session and an evening session. And guess what, guys? All these sessions are recorded. So you will have access to them for up to 30 days. I did that on purpose because, listen, you can't invest $80 into this thing and then you have all these tools and resources and you're not using them. That's not going to happen here. It's not going to happen here. So once you go ahead and purchase your program with your ebooks for $80, you are going to get registered into our next masterclass, our home ownership masterclass, which kicks off on Wednesday, September 19th, 2025. Now, anyone watching that has a question or need help, go ahead and click help. Say help in the comment, help. And one of us, myself or someone on my team, will reach out to you. Now, if you don't know me, this is the slide all about me. My name is Nikki Balogun. I am the owner and managing broker of Platinum Key Realty and also the Chief Executive Officer of New Day Business Solutions. And I really desire people to move from where you are right now to where you are supposed to be. We do that through home ownership. We do that through launching, growing, and scale your business. And we do that through investments. So stay tuned to what we're doing. Follow us on social, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And get ready because guess what? Guess what? Starting September, I need one of those horn things. I need one of starting September. These monthly live is going to the next level. That's right. We're coining these monthly live events Money Moves Live, MML events. And that's going to kick off on the last Saturday in September. So I want you to stay tuned. You can't miss it. It's going to be phenomenal. It is a powerhouse live. It's one room, every strategy that you need to break the back of poverty. I guarantee you, I feel that in my bone. One room, every strategy that you need to kick in the teeth of lack. That you say, listen to me, poverty is not my portion. Lack is not my portion. Who has been messing with me and my money? Your time is up. So get ready, September. Money Move Lives is coming to all our social media platforms. I want you to get ready. Tell your friend, be excited. When you see my campaign, make sure you like and share it because these events are going to change your life and set you free. It's going to move you from where you are to where you are supposed to be. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you so much for spending time with me tonight. I have my contact information up on the screen here. If you brought products online, any of our ebooks, e-courses, you can reach us at info@newdaybusinesssolutions.com. That is our customer service email there. The phone number is 229-416-2744. And then if you need to talk to someone about real estate sales or management, you want to go to info@platinumkeyrealtyinc.com or call our main line 407-260-2937. All right, everybody. All right, everybody. I am excited. Make sure you pick up your Dominion bundle, dominionbundle.nikkibalogun.com. Make sure you pick it up. Make sure you get together because class is going to kick off on September 19th. And the train is going to be leaving the station. So you want to make sure you are on it. So thank you so much for watching tonight. It is a pleasure, and I say hello and bye to everyone watching us on Facebook. Thank you so much for tuning in, spending time learning about something that can truly save, change your life, and set you free. Something that